Let's have a look at Victoria's sports hate.
I don't like people who are naked in public changing rooms. I'm not comfortable with nudity when it's me alone in the bath. I certainly don't want to be trying to put my clothes back on in the gym, you know, appropriately, under a towel, sliding things on, and someone just strolls past, and it's usually somebody, you know, perfect. They go to the gym all the time, all, you know, perky and completely hairless. Look at me, I'm perfect. Why don't you just kill yourself now?
Don't they have cubicles? Is it open plan in a ladies'
They
change?
generally, you know, there's lockers where your stuff is.
But it's all out in the open, is it?
Yeah, but you don't have to, you know, people...
I like the way when Phil said all in the... He did a bit of a swagger.
Well, no.
It's even worse in a bloke's gym, I imagine.
What do you mean you imagine? You don't know.
No, I've been in it. But it's hard to compare, obviously. But with men, how can I put this delicately at this hour? But with men, size is very much... You know, with women, I don't know if women have made up their mind about whether big breasts or small breasts are superior in any way. With men, the votes have all been counted.
I say it about ladies' changing rooms because that's where I am more often than in the men's.
You should get around more.
I'm not being...
Men are exactly the same. We all feel completely inadequate. And then somebody walks in, a bit like yourself.
Yes, I think I represent the small handful. A way around it, and I would recommend this. Now, this had this made for the show or anything, but you can take one of these into a dressing room. Yes, but... So you just set this up and then zip it down. Yeah. You go in with your, you know, your gear on.
Yeah.
And you have all the privacy you need. But that's a genuine item that people
Someone else was going to jump out there.
Yeah, that would have been better, wouldn't it? If a girl had come out in a sequin leotard. We don't have that kind of money. What doesn't Victoria like about food and drink?
Yes, I don't like the phrase English breakfast tea. It's just tea. Something's happened the last few years, I think, since the encroachment of these giant coffee places trying to make you drink sort of huge American children's drinks and trying to... And they're trying to trick us into thinking that tea isn't a thing. They make it sound niche, they make it sound small, they make it sound like you're a bit pernickety for wanting it. No, cup of tea. Call it by its simple name.
But you could easily end up with a cup of Lobsang Souchong.
But then you're entitled to throw it in the face of the person that brought it for you and say, I want normal tea.
I don't know if you're legally entitled to do that.
But it's... I think, for example, it's very rude not to have in your house the ingredients of a normal cup of tea. You have to have those things in your house. It's rude not to. But people think it's OK to offer tea when they just mean they've got some strange thing that they can make into a hot health drink. Don't want it. Just tea.
This feels to me a bit like a sort of new age colonialism, because you're saying that all the Lapsang Souchongs and the Ceylons and the Darjeelings are some sort of quirky splinter group. You're a tea fascist. That's what you are. This is what you should be drinking out of.
I mean, that is brilliant. But it's not a new colonialism. It's a fight against the colonialism by the Americans. Everybody knows what I mean by those coffee chains.
Oh, yeah.
That come here, they take over the high streets, they drive all the little independent places out of business. Turns out they don't really pay any tax. We're getting nothing in return. In return for being tricked into having giant drinks that make us fat and rot our teeth and turn us gradually into Americans. We're not even getting a penny in tax money. And the fight back, it's true, it's not just about drinking tea, it's also about remembering who we are and being proud of it. Not in a fascist way, in a little local, quiet, polite, knitting, how are you over the garden fence tea kind of way.
Do you ever use an infuser?
No.
No?
I put a tea bag in a cup and I pour boiling water on it.
This is called the Tea-tanic. And look, it hangs on the side, so it's in sinking mode.
I would like to just check here that you used a glass cup so that everyone could see the Tea-tanic there, not because you think it's acceptable to have a glass cup.
Well, you are very strict, Victoria, I must say. My mum always used to say that her dream was to have a teapot that was see-through so she could watch all the mechanics of the tea brewing. We were simple people, I'll be honest with you. She also used to say, don't put hot tea bags in the bin or you'll set it on fire. What is Victoria's wild card?
I don't like windows that don't open, or worse, that open slightly but not properly. And people will know this if they travel for work, because it's a particular kind of British hotel that you'd never go and stay in for a holiday, but you're there and they've got a window and it opens a little bit like that, but not more, and if you ask them to open it some more, they won't do it for your own safety. If they're under the impression that everyone who wants to kill themselves would think, I'm so unhappy, I want to end it. Oh, the window doesn't open. I think I'll just devote my life to charitable works instead. Then that's fine, if that's the reason.
I've stayed in that hotel, though, those hotels, and after a couple of nights, I fancied throwing myself out the window. I know the one you mean.
You can still get stuff out of one of those slightly. I mean, luckily for rock stars, this has happened along with the rise of the flat-screen TV. I know a little tune about windows. You ready?
There is a serious point, though. I really mean this quite seriously. It seems like a trivial thing that the window doesn't open, but it's part of a huge problem which is becoming OK to tell people that something restrictive is for their own safety. And the things to worry about being told it's for your own safety are massive queues at airports, ID cards, body scanners at the railway station, police carrying guns. You're told it's for your own safety, but somehow, whenever you hear those words, it's yourself being restricted and somebody else taking control. And when I hear it, I just want to smash my way through the window with a hammer.
It's a very fine line, all this, though. This thing about, you know, we've got to have our rights and that. Some people are not as bright as you and they need protected from their own foolishness.
You think there are people that are so stupid that you have to not allow them to open the window in case they don't know how to stay on the right side of it.
I could argue that perhaps I'm being a bit more broad-minded than you, whereas your mind can only open this far.